Strategic outlook and opportunities for ASEAN amid U.S.-Vietnam trade tensions. As Vietnam faces the potential imposition of punitive U.S. tariffs up to 46% on key exports, ASEAN finds itself at a pivotal juncture. The bloc must navigate an increasingly multipolar global economy, marked by shifting trade alignments, protectionist undercurrents, and growing strategic competition among major powers. Yet within this turbulence lie critical opportunities for ASEAN to reinforce its economic centrality, bolster regional integration, and leverage collective strength in global trade negotiations. Vietnam as a bellwether for ASEAN trade strategy. Vietnam's predicament underscores ASEAN's vulnerability as a group of export-reliant economies deeply embedded in global supply chains. However, Vietnam's ambition to maintain 8% GDP growth amid such headwinds also highlights the region's resilience and adaptability. For ASEAN, Vietnam serves as both a test case and a potential catalyst for collective action to secure fairer, rules-based trade frameworks. ASEAN should use this moment to advocate more forcefully, both through bilateral engagements and within the WTO, for reform of punitive trade measures that affect developing economies disproportionately. Strengthening intra-ASEAN trade and supply chain integration. One of the most immediate responses to external trade pressure is to deepen intra-regional economic cooperation. The implementation of the Regional Comprehensive Economic Partnership, RCP, which includes all 10 ASEAN members, China, Japan, South Korea, Australia, and New Zealand, provides a critical framework for reducing reliance on Western markets and buffering against tariff volatility. ASEAN should accelerate efforts to harmonize customs, reduce non-tariff barriers, and promote industrial complementation across member states, especially in electronics, green energy, and agri-tech. U.S.-ASEAN relations. Opportunity and friction. Paradoxically, the Vietnam tariff episode may open the door to a recalibrated U.S.-ASEAN economic agenda. Washington is increasingly attentive to ASEAN's geostrategic relevance. ASEAN can use this as leverage to seek more equitable trade terms, secure greater U.S. investment in infrastructure and green industries, and advocate for structured dispute resolution mechanisms. Diversification and the green economy. Long-term opportunity. ASEAN must view current disruptions as an impetus to accelerate its transition toward more diversified, knowledge-based economies. The region's young population and growing digital economy offer fertile ground for green industrialization, regional green finance standards, and coordinated investment strategies. Geopolitical alignment and neutrality as strength. ASEAN's consistent policy of strategic neutrality can be turned from a defensive posture into an active diplomatic asset. As U.S.-China tensions deepen, ASEAN can position itself as a stable, rules-based partner offering investment certainty, market access, and inclusive governance. Conclusion. Vietnam's tariff challenge is emblematic of broader tensions in global trade, but also provides ASEAN with a moment of strategic clarity. The bloc can either passively absorb these shocks or proactively reposition itself as a cohesive, forward-looking economic community. By deepening regional integration, enhancing green economic capacity, and asserting a stronger voice in global trade forums, ASEAN can convert today's challenges into long-term strategic advantage. A heartfelt light. To every soul whose hand did give, you've helped me dream, helped me live. In darkest hours your light came through, with hearts so kind, so pure, so true. Your gifts, like stars in deepest night, have steered me gently toward the light. Each coin, each word, each silent prayer, a thread of hope so rich, so rare. My eyes once dimmed now seek the skies, and slowly clearer visions rise. Because of you, I dare to see the world again, its grace, its plea. Your compassion's flame will not just stay with me alone. It lights the way for others wandering through despair to feel the warmth of selfless care. You've shown what love in action means, in quiet ways through giving scenes. You've built a bridge from soul to soul and made the broken feel more whole. So let this thanks rise like a song, a melody both soft and strong. May your example gently call more hearts to rise, to give. To fall into the joy of lifting pain, of planting hope where none remains. Your kindness walks beside me still, a light, a love, a living will.
don't forget to hit that subscribe button to show your support.